We are heading into November, and it happens to be Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month.
While it's relatively rare, pancreatic cancer has earned a reputation as one of the deadliest forms of the disease.
Dr. Chris Rupp is here from Bellin Health. He's a general surgeon, and he's going to help us understand a bit more about pancreatic cancer and some ways to keep your pancreas in good working order. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Well, let's start first with what role the pancreas actually plays in our body.
Well, the pancreas is actually an organ within the body that lies behind the stomach. It has two main purposes. One is to help release fluids that actually help with digestion of foods that you eat. And the other very important role of it is that it releases insulin, some other hormones, but primarily insulin that help with management of sugars. Very important in the genesis of diabetes.
Well, let's talk about why it's so important to talk about pancreatic cancer.
Yeah. Pancreas cancer is not a very common cancer. It's actually very low on the list for incidence and when it occurs, but conversely, it's one of the most deadliest cancers that exist. 98% mortality in most of the studies if left untreated.
So what are some of the things that put people at risk for this type of cancer?
Well, not surprisingly, smoking is high on the list. Age greater than 65, diabetes is a risk for it. Chronic pancreatitis as well, and also obesity.
I know it's very hard to look for symptoms of this, but are there some things we should watch for?
There are some things. Unfortunately, they're very general for the most part. Such things as unintentional weight loss, loss of appetite, abdominal pain in the upper abdominal regions, and other very specific cause or a symptom can be if you develop yellowing of the skin or yellowing of the whites of the eyes. It's called jaundice.
Sure.
And is it likely someone has pancreatic cancer if they're experiencing these, or because they're so general, they really need to see a doctor?
Unfortunately, it's not very specific. If you do have these symptoms, there's very high overlap with other disease processes. But if you do develop them, it definitely should prompt you to see a physician to start the workup and see if you're at risk for this or something else.
Let's talk a little bit about what we can do to decrease our risk of getting pancreatic cancer.
Yeah, stop smoking. The biggest bang for the buck, so to speak. Eat well, as everybody says. Your fruits and vegetables are good for you. Lose weight. Stay hydrated. Dehydration can actually cause pancreatitis, which subsequently can lead to a risk of pancreas cancer.
Okay.
Is there anything people in a higher risk category can do in addition to this?
Yeah, there are some familial syndromes that exist that can predispose you or your family members to pancreas cancer. Now, such things as, breast cancer, ovarian cancer, some of them have different syndromes, so it may not even be pancreas cancer in the family, it might be other cancers. If you do have that risk in the family, that's something that should definitely be discussed with your doctor. It may prompt a genetic counseling visit as well to evaluate you for that.
Well, very important to keep top of mind. And so if you'd like to learn more, there's an easy way to do it. Head to bellin.org and click on the Health Library.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for your time.